Hello guys, with the volume lesson, I'm just going to jump right into the calculations. Okay, so a lot of times you will get these shapes: rectangular prism, a triangular prism, a cylinder, or maybe half or a quarter of the same thing. So as you can have seen now, if they make you calculate half of something, don't be frightened. It's the same thing, it's just half of it. So do the calculations in half and just divide it by 2 or divide it by 1/3 if they say it's 1/3, whatever. But always make sure if the formula tells you first. If it says volume of a rectangular prism, then you know it's a formula of a full rectangular prism, and therefore to get half you have to divide by 2. But if it says volume of half of a rectangular prism, then you know, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this more like a grade 10 question, just to jumpstart us, you know. Thomas buys a small fish tank from Fish World for 199 Rand. The dimensions of the fish tank are 91 centimeter by 32 centimeters by 35 centimeters. Now, before we continue from here, I want us to note something. What happens sometimes is that you don't get a diagram and you get the dimensions. That's happened before in one of the question papers that I've seen. But now you know 91 centimeter by 32 centimeters by 35. Obviously, that is length times height times breadth times height. So this is where you will get your length, you will get your breadth, you will get your height. For example, if it had said 91 centimeter by 32 centimeters, then it would have been length and breadth only. Okay, so the question says calculate the volume of the tank in centimeter cubed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check all the units of measurements before we have decided that the formula is volume is equal to length times breadth times height. Before we substitute, let's check our units of measurements. Are they all the same? And then now that we see that our length is centimeter, our breadth is centimeter, and our height is centimeter, and our unknown is volume, then we can easily say volume is equal to, and then substitute. The length of 91 centimeters, the breadth of 32 centimeters, and the height of 35 centimeters. That should give us 101,920 centimeter cubed. Now I'm just going to quickly double check if did they ask us to leave the answer in centimeter cubes, because sometimes you do that, you do calculations in centimeter cubes and it turned out that's not, they didn't want it in centimeter cubes, right? Okay, so there we go. It says calculate in centimeter cubed. That means we have done everything they've asked of us. We can move on to 5.2. Now 5.2 says convert the volume of the tank into cubic meters, meter cubed. All right, now they made us calculate in centimeter cubed, and now they're like, no, we don't want it in centimeter cubed, we want it in meter cubed, right? As cubic meters. Okay. So the volume first is 101,920 centimeter cubic centimeters. I just like to have it right in front of me before I do anything. Okay, now they say we don't want it in that unit of measurement, we want it in cubic meters. I'm like, okay, I know how to convert centimeters to meters, so I'm going to do that. When I convert centimeters to meters, I consult my Bible, which is King Henry, died by drinking chocolate milk. And then I say, the B there is liter, meter, grams. Then I say, okay, I'm moving from centi to meter. There is meter, so I'm moving from centimeter to meter. I'm going to go 1, 2, right? Okay, I'm going from small to big. Then I say from small to big, I'm going to divide. So what am I going to divide by? I'm going to divide by 100. Now I take a pause. take one pause, and I remind myself, I was not told to convert from centimeters to meters. I was told to convert from cubic centimeters to cubic meters. Therefore, this is to the power 3. Then I can get my answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 100 times 100 times 100. So what am I exactly dividing by there? 101,920 is actually divided by 1 and 6 zeros. Right? So I'm going to do that. 101,920 divided by 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is 0,10192 cubic meters. Right, and then we go to 5.3. Determine how many liters of water will the tank hold when full if 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters. Okay, so what we have here is 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters, and they're saying to us this, how much water will go in there. Okay, so I write my is equal to, and I say I have 0,1 cubic meters, and I write that on the cubic meter side is 0,10192 cubic meters, and I don't know how many liters, but the cross multiplication will tell me. And therefore, it's 1 cubic meter multiplied by unknown is equal to 0,10192 cubic meters multiplied by 1,000 liters, right? And then you say, my unknown is this side. It's being multiplied by 1 cubic meter. And therefore, I'm going to do the opposite of multiply and divide by 1 cubic meters. Gone. What I do this side, I go and do on the other side, divide by 1 cubic meters, and then I can get my answer. So multiplied by 1,000 divided by 1 will be 101.92 liters of water now.